Hey, they broke zero tick farms for Java. Do you suppose these pseudo zero tick farms broke for Bedrock? Suckers! Welcome to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 97. Let's make this bigger. Alright, so I stripped out most of what's already up here. I think this is the pattern we're going with. It's pretty much the same as before, except, let's see if I can get on here without dying. Instead, I was thinking about trying to block these out, but it turns out that spiders will still spawn up here because they need a 3x3 by 1.5. So in order to kill that, I'm just going to use blocks up here to prevent them from going in here. So hopefully this is a creeper only farm. Now so far at night this hasn't been working, but I'm fairly certain it will. So I got the first layer here, I'm working on the second layer here. I think I'm going to do a total of 8 layers, and then instead of having the oversized ceiling I had before, or the roof, I'm going to box this in. So if I go over here, I left this perimeter around this whole build. It will just build that up as walls and put a roof on that and cap that with some carpeting like before. So we'll still have an ugly purple blob, it'll just be more of a smaller square. And that way it'll look a little less ugly. And the reason I want to go up 8 and maybe even higher is I'm trying to make sure that at least part of this is loaded not only when I'm on the ground, but also when I'm at the AFK spot over here by the new squid farm. We'll see how that works. I'm going to get a bunch of these layers in, and we'll check back in. Before I do that, I totally forgot I was going to fix this, or not fix, correct, no, change this collection system. Yeah, it's big, it's bulky, and skeletons keep spawning in because this one lamp is kind of covered up a lot, so the lighting gets a little dark. So I'm going to put in the same kind of collection system we had. I'm going to put in a similar collection system to what we did with the squid farm. It's just going to have the magma blocks kind of in the middle and some... Dang it, cat, get away from me. My son taught my cat how to play fetch, and she's very insistent about it. It's highly annoying. I recommend you don't do that for yourselves. Anyway, we'll just have a tray here of water flowing down to this section to kill off the creepers and collect all the good stuff. So I'm going to throw that in first because this guy is giving me the eye. Alright, that part's done, and like the last time, we got ourselves a fish farm. Oops, must be some of this over the ocean. I use black glass just to show off how much black dye I have now. Alright, so now let me go up above and build in a bunch of layers of, hopefully, creeper farm. I'm several layers up here, I'm not even sure how many. I think I'm only going to go up to the top of this scaffolding. And the top one will actually be my roof. Got plenty of in there. Got occasionally at night creepers do come in there and drop down and die. I'm also getting a lot of pillager patrols that spawn in and die, so you know, that's fun. Haven't been shot off yet, so that's helpful. And as I was coming over here and looking at the cool setup I got going on, and you know, realizing that there's a center drop and seeing a squid down in my water collection, I realized, you know what would have been smart? Building this under my squid farm. I could have had 4 or 5 layers right under there. Opening, another water collection down here. Opening to let all the creepers fall down. That would have been real smart of me. Real smart. Alright, I got the last layer done. All I need to do is finish building the box on the side and finish up the top. I'm going to do the sides first, then I'll do the top because I don't want things, creepers spawning in here and blowing me up when I'm trying to box this up. And then once that's done, I may enclose this completely. Kind of depends what my rates are like. I dropped the walls down fairly far, so hopefully it stays dark, but it's hard to tell sometimes. So let me get the grind going. So it's ostensibly done. So far I've seen more spiders fall than creepers. I've gotten both. I don't know if I can stop spiders from spawning. In fact, that might be what clogged up my other creeper farm. I don't know. Too afraid to go down there. It's dark. So I think what I'm going to do is shut this down for right now and go update for the Nether update. That'll take an hour or so. My plan for this is to update to the Nether update, then come back and see not much changed up here. But I'm going to finish building this out. I think I'm going to go ahead and solidify it, put some legs on it, and wrap it around with some stairs, and do an AFK spot up top. That way I'm not loading in a bunch of junk down here. Because with the update we should have spherical loading, right? I think that's the thing now. You know, spawning. That helps out a lot. Mostly because I know how that works. I don't really understand how Bedrock Edition's been doing spawning for mobs. So let me go update, and when next we meet, we'll be in 1.16. And boom, version 1.16, Nether update. I've been in here for a while, actually. Got some chains, traded some villagers. Basically, all I've been doing is wandering around and seeing what things work, what doesn't work. The squid farm works still, a little bit slower to start up. The gold farm works pretty good. The creeper farm hasn't produced a single thing since I left the world and came back, so that's fun. Guardian farm still works. Actually, it works better than it has been. Sometimes I think these farms just die if you stay in a space too long, so you kind of have to move about your world for a few days and let it reset. Let's see, what else have I tested? Something surprised me. What surprised me? Hey, they broke zero-tick farms for Java. Do you suppose these pseudo zero-tick farms broke for Bedrock? Suckers! So some of the updates made this house look really good all of a sudden. Because now walls connect properly with each other, with glass panes. I mean, this thing looks like I planned it really well. When I built it, I wasn't even expecting it. Okay, apparently this is still a thing. I only put this in here because I ran out of glass. I could replace that with some glass. Of course, the negative part, and I brought this up a long time ago when they first announced the walls connecting, is because there was always gaps. I could fall asleep through the outside just by clicking on the bed. Let's see, the XP farm still work. I haven't tried everything. I still haven't gone to the Nether. We'll do that on camera. Not today. So one of the things I built when I first upgraded the world was a target block. Now I'm thinking of the target block, some redstone, dispenser. Let's have some fun here. Here's a good test spot. Question: can I use a target block and a dispenser to create an infinite loop? So the dispenser shoots a target block, the target block triggers the dispenser, which shoots a target block, which yada yada yada. I don't think it'll work, but it's going to be fun finding out. Oh my god, this works! Here, how is this for a clock for you? Oh my god, I have to publish this as a short. I can't even wait till this week's episode. So you'll be seeing this ahead of time, but I'll include the episode too, because this is the stupidest thing I've ever thought of and done. Oh man, I gotta hook it up so the light blinks too. This is amazing. I can't believe this works so well. Okay, if you want to build this ridiculous thing, I mean, here it is. It's not difficult. Just make sure you have your 3 repeaters on 4 ticks a piece to pause it. Oops, right out of arrows. Okay, Mumbo, I'm going to challenge you to doing a build with this. Okay, So it was. I thought it was a good idea at the time. I mean, it kind of looks like a very blocky rocket ship at this point. Well, this is ugly. And I don't know if it's because of the new update or because of the same thing that always happens in this version where you stick around in areas for too long, your farm doesn't work for the next 2 months, but I haven't got a single drop out of this in a long time. But I have a really neat stairwell wrapping around it. I still got my Pepto-Bismol roof, it's just a little bit smaller. And this, what I'm going to call some sort of communication tower antenna, is the AFK spot. So assuming this ever works, this should be high enough up for mostly creepers to spawn on this farm and not other stuff to spawn underneath it. I don't know when or if it'll work. I hope it does. I spent a lot of time this week on this, like a lot of time. An unbelievable amount of time. I guess if nothing else, I got a cool observation tower for the clearing out of the rest of this quadrant. Ooh, and part of that one. Don't get comfortable, jungle. You're gonna be gone. Gone, I say. Alrighty then. In other news, other farms that don't work. Squid Farm does. I know it does work, but the last couple of times I've been there, it hasn't. I think I've reached the limit there, which means I need to spend more time, probably in other parts of this world, tearing stuff down. Well, you know, mountains and stuff. So let's get out of here. It was so much fun. Whoops. Iron Farm totally dead, which means I get to build like a 4th one. I think I've built this one already 3 times. I want to say it was 3 times. The Guardian Farm is working again though. I've been hanging out over there grinding to get the last couple of blocks, the Dark Prismarine and some more of the lanterns. I think I'm gonna spend some time AFKing at my gold farm. Get a bunch of gold. Prepping for going back into the nether. And avoiding all beasties in there. I do want to get a little bit of some of the new blocks though. So I would anticipate, if not the next episode, then one of the more recent ones coming up. We'll be going to the nether just to kind of poke around a bit. But as you all know, I was already afraid of the nether before the nether update. This does not improve the odds. And then they're adding the brute? Oh no. Bastions are not on my list. I do need to find out though, is it like the evoker in a woodland mansion? Once you kill it, does it respawn? Do more of them spawn? Or is you kill the one and it's dead? I can be okay with that. Somehow I doubt that's the way it's going to work. Because that's just not how anything works. Oh well. Well, let me get to my AFK spot on my gold farm. If you watch this far, thank you very much. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later.